Hello, boys and girls. Today, I want to talk about how to be a good writer. And part of being a good writer is to help the people who are your readers to really make a good picture in their mind of what you're writing about. I like to say you're trying to help them make a movie in their mind so they can visualize and get lots of details about what you're trying to show them in your writing. So, today, I want to talk about how to communicate with your readers, how to not just tell them what's happening in your story that you're writing, but instead to show them so that they can see in their mind the movie that you're trying to make happen in your writing. So, today I want to talk about how you can show your readers what's happening instead of just telling them. And I want to show you an example today of how you could just tell someone what's happening, or instead you could show them. And then I'm going to see if you guys can have some ideas of how to turn this tell that we'll do next into a better showing. Okay, so let's look at the first one here. My first story says, I was riding my bike and I hit a rock. I fell off and scratched my knee. My knee really hurt. So you've really just kind of told your readers the most important parts. You were on your bike, hit a rock, fell off, you got hurt. But we want to add some spice to that. Let's spice it up and get some details. I really want to paint a picture of not just what's happening, but how is the character feeling and what's happening with that character to really show what's going on. So I think instead of saying just this, I'm going to add some more detail in. I think maybe I could show it a little bit better by maybe saying something like this. I was riding my bike yesterday morning when I hit a big rock that was in the road. My bike tipped over and I flew off the bike and I hit the ground. I grabbed my knee and I could feel it throbbing as tears started to form in my eyes. I peeked at my knee and I could see that it was red and scratched, but no blood. It really hurt for a minute, but I was okay. So, what's the difference in telling and showing? Right, I added a lot of extra details. I didn't just say I was riding a bike, I told when I was riding the bike. I know it was yesterday and it's morning time. So I can see maybe I'm painting the picture of my setting when I add those details. And then I said I hit a big rock that was in the road. So I now know that the character was riding in the road and it was a large rock that they hit. My bike tipped over and I flew off the bike and hit the ground. That's a lot better than saying I just fell off the bike. He flew off. So that must mean that the character went off the bike pretty hard and hit the ground. And then it goes on to kind of describe the character's reaction. It didn't just say it scraped it or they scraped their knee and it really hurt. They go on to say, I grabbed my knee. I can see the character grabbing their knee. And I could feel it throbbing as the tears started to form in my eyes. So I know that the characters hurt because they feel their hurt leg. It's throbbing, it's kind of aching. And they also have tears starting to come. So I know they're definitely feeling pain. I peeked at my knee and I could see that it was red and scratched, but no blood. So that lets me know, like, he really is hurt. Like, he scraped, his knee is red. It's not bleeding, so it's not too bad. And it goes on to say it really hurt for a minute, but I was okay. So I've got a lot more descriptive details that I've added into the show portion. So, what I want to see is maybe if you guys have some ideas of what we might do for this next one. I'm just going to tell you a really quick story. And I want to see if you can maybe have some ideas of how to add some details to make it a show, to form a picture of what's really going on in the story with the characters. So, here's our next story. I walked outside and I picked a pretty flower. It's very short and to the point. I know a character has walked outside and they pick a pretty flower. But I'm missing a lot of details in that. I think you could really show and paint a better picture of what's happening here. So, for your assignment today, I want to see if you all can add some ideas here of how I could spice this up a little bit and make it more detailed and descriptive. All right, let's see what you guys can come up to today with your creative and descriptive writing. All right, can't wait to read them. See you guys later.